All right.
Hey guys, welcome to the final show of the season. With me this week, I have several guests. Corey, as always, and other regulars such as Kyle and Kyle. Welcome to the show, guys. I think we're gonna have a good time tonight. I was just telling you guys that I think the plan is we'll talk about the finals a little bit because it's kind of we gotta have to. It's the big thing going on, right? We'll do the draft lottery for all you non-playoff teams, and let's talk about hockey in the season and maybe how we felt some things went wrong for some teams, how things went great for other teams, just in general. But it's been a while, and it's overdue to remind everyone what it's all about. Everyone wants their name on this trophy, not the other trophy, Braden. This trophy. Myself, I'm hoping to have it back to back, but it's not looking so good right now. So let's talk about the finals here to start. While we have time. What do you guys think of the matchup so far? What do you guys predict in the matchup? Let's talk about it. Tell me what you guys think. We'll start with you, Kyle Plumidor.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind seeing the new GM take the win. But again, if there's, like I said earlier, if there's a roster that can overcome the gap, it's yours. So my prediction is Semin, but it's not an outside shot that you got it.
Cool. I would like to point out, I don't mind. I shouldn't even be here. Thanks to Daltrey's mistake, no. I'm here, and I'm walking away with a minimum $200. So I'm all right. I want to win, but I'm all right with a gift $200 that I shouldn't have had. It's not that my team's not better than Daltrey's, but since the playoffs started, my goaltending has not shown up at all in any round. And that's what got me through the season was my goaltending. So, Kyle, what do you think about the series here?
I said at the beginning of the season that I thought there was going to be a new champion. And, I'm still sticking to my guns on that one. And I'd also like to point out when I came on the show, I don't know, it was last week or the week before, a couple weeks ago, that I did my my power rankings for the playoffs. And my power rankings for the playoffs were number 1, Semin, number 2, Shane, and number 3, Neil. And my power rankings are looking pretty good right now. It's not to say that you're out, but I think I nailed that pretty well.
There's some lucky stats here right now too, right? You got a shorthanded point, game-winning goals. That could change in an instant. It's closer than the score would have you think is my point. Corey, what do you think?
I think it's a good matchup. Like you said, your goalies haven't shown up yet, which is weird. But you still managed to keep going. Thank you, Daltrey. But yeah, I think you rely on your offense to come out, but I think his has to slow down too because he can keep up this pace too, and then it'll be hard for you to catch him.
Well, the offense though is pretty close. Just the goals right now, he's outscoring my guys right now. Right, I got 23 assists to his 13. My guys are playing. It's just he's scoring the goals, which is what's hurting right now.
Yeah, the shots, the game-winning goals, the goals.
Well, game-winning goals, he only has 2 so far. I think he's in line. No, he's not in line for one right now. I was hoping today. I was watching those Penguins. Letang, Letang was a goal away from the GWG. I'm praying Detroit goes and scores. Of course they don't.
Yeah, like you said, he has a couple of lucky stats here, but I think the big story so far is that your goaltending has not shown up at all. I think that's that's probably going to be the determining factor because, your scoring stats are kind of split. Goaltending or goal scoring, he's more likely to get game-winning goals because he's almost scored twice as many goals as you, but you have all those assists. I don't see him catching up on that. And it's kind of luck of the draw for power play points in a sense.
Yeah. No, It's very possible. I'm going to tell you my strategy, Mark, because it doesn't matter because he had no pickups left. I like to point out he made a pickup of Ryan O'Reilly. He hasn't dressed him yet. He's been playing on days where he's had a full lineup and he's always the extra man. So that could, if I come back and win, that could be his downfall, is his hasty pickups that he didn't really need to make, right? But that's it. Like it's close. It's closer than it would appear. But I just need 7 points. As long as there's no shutout that pops up anywhere, I just need 7 points. So I need to take 3 more categories.
Yeah.
Because I have the tiebreaker.
He did need to make 2 pickups because 2 of those guys he had in his lineup were out. But yeah, Riley was probably a bit premature, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
I think the bigger question is, where are you going to take Daltrey on your date when you win that $200? I think that's what we're all looking to know.
You know, I was ragging on him a bit there, and I'm like, I don't want to go too hard on you because you're probably going to hear it all. I deserve it. Like, just give it to me. I had my one-on-one with him at work there because I'm his manager, and I'm just.
I see how
why.
it is. I see how it is.
Like, what happened to you, buddy? What happened to you? I told him my opinion. Like, you made a big deal for Saros. He's your star goalie. By default, he should have been dressed, and one of your others should have been on the outside, just by default. Right?
Yep.
He had all 3 playing. He looked at, okay, I'll come back and look at it later, and never did. Like, it was too late. But by default, Saros is your number 1 goalie. He should be in one of those slots until you find out he's not playing. Like, that should just be it, right?
Yep.
Again, I'm playing on free time here. I would love to win a championship in a season I shouldn't even have made it, but you know, I'm enjoying my time here in the finals. One day you guys might know what it's like.
I came in second one year.
That's fair.
I came in first one year.
You did, yeah. I guess that's more of a shot at Kyle and any viewers who might not have ever made it. Looking at you, Sean. No, Sean lost in the finals. That's true.
Twice.
He just twice.
He's been there more than me.
Yeah. And now the prize is bigger than it's ever been, right? So now's the time to do it. Not back then.
If you get second, you might have made more than me winning the first year.
Maybe. The first year was pretty weak, wasn't it? It was like $10 buy-in.
No, I think it was like 20.
Was it 20? I think 20 was the minimum, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But were we 12 teams then or 16?
We're always 16. Always. We were only less than 16 pre keeper league.
Kyle had a win then.
Yeah.
Kyle and myself were the victors in those years.
Yeah.
Something that's been brought up a lot. I don't know how everyone feels. I would like to get everyone's opinion on this, because I know they're not going to see the show. They don't communicate or anything. But there's been talk about maybe wanting to replace Tyler since he's very inactive. To the point where I don't even think he messaged anyone ever at all this year. I don't think I've ever seen him put anything in the chat. How are you not making the playoffs and you're not selling anything? You're just vanished. And he acknowledged that he knew it was the trade deadline. So there's been talk about that. No one has to say how they feel about it on the air here. But everyone keep it in mind. It could go to a league vote. It might be time to replace someone who's inactive and just not good for the league, right? So keep that in mind.
I think the last time I had any communication with him was back in like October, according to my messages. That's the last time he messaged me. And then after that, I mentioned him a few times after, and it was just incognito after that.
Yep.
Yeah. I talked to him about some trades earlier in the year, but nothing came of it.
And he got back to you?
Yeah, it took a few days, but he did.
Weird. I literally messaged him on PSN the one night and said, hey, tomorrow's the trade deadline. He's like, okay. And then he did nothing. So I don't know. I just don't think he's committed to the league in any form. And how good is it to have a member of the league you can't even deal with because they're not there. They're not present. Right. So
yeah, I don't disagree.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So something for the
100%.
league to think about, and it's never fun when we talk about getting rid of someone, right? But I think this would be the first time it was forced,
Sure.
to replace. Because usually it's just people don't have time for it. But this has gotten ridiculous in a way. Like he just doesn't answer. He made 3 moves all year. That's just inactivity, right? Like that's
it's kind of a waste of $50 too.
that's what I was thinking. Why do you even want to be here if you're not gonna at least check in once in a while? Be like Braden and Derek. They show up here and there.
But at least like he didn't even get the last place trophy.
Yeah.
He's still able to beat Braden. That's the Braden.
Because he held on to Mantha all year. I guess let's go to the part that everyone is excited for. Let's go to the draft here. So I entered everyone's names into this generator. I do not know the order, obviously, because it mixes it up. But we'll reveal it one at a time here, starting with the 8th. So, is everyone ready?
Yep.
Let's find out who. I told Travis my prediction was because he's gonna have 2. He has his and he has yours, I believe, Kyle.
Oh yeah.
So I told him he's gonna pick 3rd and 7th. So I'm hoping that's true.
Did you bet on it? Like
no,
$5?
but he was saying I'm getting 2nd and 3rd. Like, oh,
If Travis gets 7th and 8th, I'm literally pissing myself right now.
Here we go. Please don't feed the goalie. Oh, so I was telling Travis today, I thought it would be hilarious, Mr. Inactive, if he wins the lottery and gets the top pick, right? So please don't feed the goalie. We'll draft in the 8th position. That's kind of good. Saucier Pass will draft in the 7th spot.
Which is not me though.
No. Well, it will be for every other round.
Yes, but
Hockey Balboa with pick number 6. So good for you, Braden, I guess. Probably not. You got last place and you get the 6th pick.
Looking good for Travis.
Make the playoffs, boys. Oh, I better start with 4 or 5 here. Hatch, you ready to rumble? This is looking good for Travis here.
Yeah.
Jeez. Hatch, you ready to rumble? Also owns 2 first rounders. Just his is the 5th. Cherry picking daddy. There's one of
Travis's,
right? So number 4. Number 3, whatever his name is this week. So Travis picking 3 and 4.
That turned bad for him quick.
Well, no, it's still pretty good.
No, but I mean 2 of the final 4. You comment
Who are
on
we
that.
missing right here? We're missing
Derek.
Flumidor's pick
And Derek.
and Derek.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. I might as well go with number 1.
Yeah, I agree.
Clef Bomb
Oh,
wins the draft lottery.
there we go.
I hope it was worth Markstrom.
I
think it was.
I think it will be. Yeah, I think long term, I'm not going to miss it over Markstrom.
No. So congrats to Paturita Rumble, who will draft in the first spot this season. That'll be good. He had a good team this year too, right? So I expect big things from him next year. So I'm going to save that because I guess we need to keep track of that shit. But yeah, congrats to everyone who got some good picks. And then Tyler, he won't even know. He won't even care, I guess. But
like I was telling you guys before the show, I literally do not have a single one of my picks. So, people will get to enjoy picking in my spot.
Yeah. I think
I have sauce. I think the one I have is Saucier Pass's pick. I'm pretty sure. So, in which case that means I have 7. So I'm pretty content with that.
There you go. No, that was so it's good. I think it's gonna be an interesting draft now that you guys know where you're picking. Kyle, you don't know where you're picking because you're picking everywhere.
All over the
everywhere
place.
that's not yours.
Yeah.
But you can start planning kind of what might be available, right? So we never got to do last week's show that we wanted to and kind of talk about everyone's keepers and whatnot. I guess if you guys want, we can do that right now. We got time.
Sure.
I was gonna pull up the predictions for the brackets.
Oh, yeah, if you want, yeah.
Yeah,
You
mine
did Cooper
mine was
first.
awful.
I think you said there was one of two people, right? It depends on who wins the championship.
Yeah, if you win, I have the best bracket with one loss, and if Mark wins, he has the best with one loss. And his loss would have been Daltrey over you. That should have won.
No, that should never happen. On paper, it should not have happened.
I agree.
Oh, who got that game-winning goal for Florida?
Montour.
Ooh. Okay, good. Just watch it, like. Man, I was so mad earlier. I was watching the game. Bennett gets 4 minutes for roughing. They were literally fighting. They gave him 4 minutes. No, give him the 5. Give me the extra bit.
Yeah, I didn't get the penalty. Like I didn't get why he and Mikheyev didn't get 5 minutes for fighting because
They were throwing fists. Like
they
give
were
him the
throwing
5.
fists. Like I don't get it.
Like, come on. Anyway, so yeah, let's switch that. We'll go to the rosters here. Let's take a look at everyone's team. And we have more people to criticize everyone's team and what they might think. So I like this. I don't know if you guys just want to do non-playoff teams or if you want to do every team. Like,
Pardon me.
let's do every team, I guess.
Why
We can
not?
talk about mine if you want, but I think everyone knows who my keepers are, and I'm not sure if there are disagreements. Does anyone disagree with Anderson, Kemper, Tkachuk, McDavid, Matthews?
No.
Yeah, no.
I did not think so, but I'm open to hearing other opinions, right? So
I would have questioned your
Tarasenko's-
sanity otherwise.
Tarasenko's hard to throw back in. He's having such a good year.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
I can't justify it. Let's look at the playoff pushes over here. So, can everyone see the whole screen? Just a little bit, eh?
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Yeah, it's close. I don't know. Looking at his roster, I don't know what you guys think. I like Scheifele, but I don't know if he's going to be Winnipeg next year. That may be why I like him a little more, because he could go somewhere and just really tear it up, right? I know he wants to keep all his Red Wings.
Yeah, he
Wow.
wants Seider.
I don't think he should keep Bertuzzi, though.
No.
Problem with his
Raymond-
roster is that he's got a lot of players that are really worthwhile keepers. Like you've got guys like Bergeron, you've got guys like Stamkos. Again, you
Talbot.
mentioned Scheifele, and then you've got goaltenders in Leonard, Talbot. Guys who yes, okay, Leonard's having a bit of an off year this year, but so is the entire team of the Golden Knights.
I don't know. You have to
Yeah.
keep those two goalies, I think, which leaves him with 3 spots.
At the very least, one of them, because we don't know if Talbot's going to be the legitimate starter, because it seems like they want to bring in I don't know what their game plan is, to be honest with you.
Minnesota is fucked next year. They have all this dead weight in cap from Suter and Parise that fucks them for the next 2 years. They're gonna have to let Fiala walk because they're not gonna be able to afford to pay him. They're not gonna be able to re-sign Fleury unless he takes a huge discount. Like Minnesota's in trouble for 2 years.
Yeah,
You had DeBrincat put 40 goals up so far this season.
Yeah,
That's hard to ignore.
that's hard to throw back, right?
I hated having to throw back to Brinkat last year.
36 assists, 28 power play points. Like he's having a pretty good year. 100 hits, so he's not like he's doing the deeper stats a bit too.
It's amazing what a guy can do when he's teamed up with Patrick Kane.
I know he's
probably
gonna want to
pretty
keep Raymond and Sider because he loves his young Red Wings. He's gonna keep the 2 goalies because he loves his goalies. But I think you're right. That's probably the other one that you keep.
So Stamkos and Bergeron are out.
I think you should throw Raymond back in personally and just draft him. think
Yeah,
you
I'd
should
say
keep
throw Raymond
Stamkos.
back in for sure.
Stamkos is 90 points.
Yeah, you gotta.
I don't know
keep-
how you don't keep Stamkos.
Yeah.
Like Bergeron, you might get away with getting rid of. You know, he's kind of towards the end of his career.
Yeah,
But Stamkos need to keep.
I agree.
Thing is with Bergeron though, he was hurt. He was hurt a lot this season too, and still puts up 56 points on a very strong Boston team that's perennially a good team. So that's enough. Yes, you throw him back in maybe if you compare him to Stamkos, but oof. If you had any other spot though, like realistically, Bergeron you keep.
Yeah, I agree.
Honestly,
It's a
I don't
tough-
think
it's
he
a tough
should
one to
keep.
throw back in.
I don't think he should
Yeah.
keep any of his Red Wings. Like in my opinion, he's gonna want to, but I
Just
think you
draft them.
keep.
Just
What's
draft them.
that? Yeah,
Just
just
draft
draft them.
them.
Just draft them. They're not
Yep.
going first round
No.
unless you draft them. But I think Stamkos, DeBrincat, the two goalies, and it'd be a toss up for me between Bergeron and Nurse and Scheifele.
It's tough.
But I don't know how you throw DeBrincat or Stamkos back in. They had great years. So I'm just going to 1 second here. I'm going to pause this.